Dear students, in a previous video you learned about the life of Ramanujacharya. You learned the complete details about Ramanujacharya, his father, mother and guru you learned, and also he established one of the head of the mutt also you have learned. Let us start today's new topic, that is Visishtadvaita. Ramanujacharya's philosophy, Visishta Advaita, Visishta Dvaita. Let me read and explain one by one. Ramanujacharya had keen interest, show the path of salvation to the common people. Ramanujacharya had keen means having or showing interest. Ramanujacharya had keen. He has a more interest. He was having a interest. Show the path. Show the path means the way. He has the interest to show the way of salvation, deliverance from sin and its consequence. Ramanujacharya had a more interest to show for the people about a salvation to the common people. His philosophy Vishishtadvaita. His philosophy is called as a Vishishtadvaita. Vishishta Advaita. Whose philosophy is called Vishishtadvaita, children? Ramanujacharya's philosophy is called as a Vishishtadvaita philosophy. According to this philosophy means you have to consider as a Vishishtadvaita philosophy. Ramanujacharya's Vishishtadvaita philosophy. According to this philosophy, Jiva, life and Prakriti, nature are under the control of Brahma. Understand, children, properly? According to this philosophy means according to Ramanujacharya's philosophy or the Vishishtadvaita philosophy, Jiva, life and Prakriti, nature are under the control of Brahma. You can understand, children. According to Advaita philosophy by Shankaracharya, so life and Bhagavanta or the Brahma is not separate, both are same. You have understood that one. So here according to Ramanujacharya philosophy says that Jiva, the life and nature, the Prakriti is separate. Life and Prakriti is separate. In Advaita philosophies, so the world is Maya, means the Prakriti is Maya or the illusionary we have learned. But here you can understand that. So according to this philosophy, it says that Jiva, the life and the Prakriti, the nature is totally different. It's are under the control of Brahma. Both Jiva and Prakriti is separate and it is controlled by a Brahma, controlled by a Bhagavanta. So who are controlled by a God here? So Brahma here. One is a life and a Prakriti, nature. Both also controlled by a God. That is a Brahma. Both Atma and Paramatma cannot become a one simultaneously. Both Atma and Paramatma cannot become a one simultaneously at the same time. Simultaneously means at the same time. You have to understand, children, here. Both Atma means what? The soul. So in there, soul and the God is same. But according to Vishishtadvaita philosophy says that the Atma and Paramatma. Atma means me and Paramatma means God. Both are not same. Simultaneously at the same time we cannot consider that both are same because we both also exist on the earth. We worship even a God and we people also, human being also is there. So we cannot consider as both are same. Both separate we can observe. That is the reason he is saying that both are separate. He said that world is expressed manifestation. He said that world is the expressed manifestation of Brahma and world is a reality. Manifestation means the action. He said that world is the expressed manifestation, the action of a Brahma and the world is a reality. According to Shankaracharya, world is Maya. Nothing is there. Everything is fake. World is Maya. But according to Vishishtadvaita, world is controlled or the action of a Brahma. How the Bhagavanta says, according to that only everything action is there. According to him, the world is a manifestation of Brahma and world is a reality. It is there. Reality means it is exist. The world is exist. In order achieve mukti means salvation. There itself I said that. So in order to achieve the mukti, if you want to achieve the mukti, salvation, bhakti and prapti. You want to achieve the mukti. So what is required? Bhakti and prapti. Prapti means that a complete surrenders to the God are important. In order to achieve mukti means in order to achieve a salvation, bhakti and prapti. It's very important. Complete surrender towards a God. Here bhakti in the sense our common word says different bhakti. Bhakti means in Vedanta philosophy says bhakti means different way. So if you have really bhakti towards, if you are completely surrendered towards the God, then only we can get a salvation, or then only we can get a mukti. Ramanujacharya criticized caste system and preached his teaching to all. Ramanujacharya criticized in the sense here. So he was find or fault find of a caste system, fault finding. Criticize means he has fault finding the caste system and preached his teach to all. So what is the fault of a caste system? He has preached for the common people. He taught them to stay away from desires and surrender themselves to the will of God with a complete devotion. He taught, who taught? Ramanujacharya taught, he taught them to stay away from the desires. Stay away from the desires. Desires means strong wish or the wants. We commonly ask the children, so much wants will be there. We have to avoid this. We have to stay away from the wants. So we have to stay away from our desires. We have to stay away from our more wishes. Wishes should be there, but more wishes should not be there. We have to stay away from the desires and surrender themselves to the will of God with a complete devotion. We have to away from all the desires and we should complete surrender towards the God. When we away from the desires, automatically we'll come to know that nothing is behind. So nothing is there. See how much we wants, that much we will behind of a want. When you avoid the wants, commonly what happens, you will come to know that now what is required, God only required. That is the reason, if you complete away from the desires, then you can surrender themselves to will the God with a complete. Then only when you avoid the desires, then only you can completely devotion towards a God. Like this, he advocated bhakti path of a moksha. Bhakti path of a moksha. Already I said the way for the moksha. So how he explained that? So if you avoid the desires, if you leave the desires, that is enough that you can if you make a more and more devotion, if you go to the complete devotion. Ramanujacharya studied many religious texts and wrote many books. Like he has not only the one religion, Hindu religion, he has studied so many religions, dharmas, and he studied the dharmas and he has written some of the books. What are the books? Vedanta Sangraha, Vedanta Sara, Vedanta Deepika, Sri Bhasya. He has given importance and prominence to Bhakti Path in his important book Gita Bhasya. What are the different books? Which are the books written by a Ramanujacharya? Means you can observe children here. Vedanta Sangraha, Vedanta Sara, Vedanta Deepika, Sri Bhasya are the important books written by a Ramanujacharya. That is Vedanta Sangraha, Vedanta Sara, Vedanta Deepika, Sri Bhasya are some of the book written by Ramanujacharya. He has given more importance and more prominence for the Bhakti path in the separate one of the important book that is called as a Gita Bhasya. These are the important books written by a Ramanujacharya. Saint Ramananda and Rai Dasa of North India were a great influenced by Ramanujacharya's philosophy. Who are the North Indians who inspired by Ramanujacharya philosophy? One is a saint, that is a Ramananda, and a Rayadasa. They both are influenced, they are inspired by the Ramanujacharya philosophy. Which is Ramanujacharya philosophy, children? The philosophy is considered as a Visishta Advaita philosophy, is called as a Ramanujacharya philosophy. Who inspired by this? One is a Ramananda, another one is a Rayadasa, were inspired by this. Similarly, the Aravidu and Tuluva dynasties of Vijayanagara kingdom were the following of this philosophy. So, totally who are influenced by not only the North Indians, even our South Indians, especially the king Aravidu dynasty as well as Tuluva dynasty, they are belongs to Vijayanagara kingdom. Even they both also influenced by the Vishishtadvaita philosophy or the Ramanujacharya philosophy. I hope you understood, children. So watch the videos until the end. So listen carefully. So any doubts regarding this topic, you can ask me doubts in the WhatsApp. Thank you, children.